Have you ever stopped to think that your relationship with your mother, or more precisely, the way your mind stored that relationship, continues to influence your life today? You might believe you've moved past what happened in childhood, but the truth is, the image of your mother remains alive inside you, shaping how you see yourself, how you relate to others, and even how you deal with pain. And here's what most people miss. The pain you feel now doesn't come from your mother herself, it comes from the representation your mind constructed of her. Today, we're going to understand something essential. Healing only begins when you understand what you're actually carrying from your mother inside you. Because until you see this clearly, you'll keep living inside a pattern you can't even recognize. If you're ready to understand what's really controlling your life, not your actual mother, but the internalized version of her, do this. Subscribe, like this video, and drop one word in the comments: free. Because that's what's possible when you finally see this pattern clearly. Now let's understand what's really happening. The internalized mother. From birth, we create internal images of the most important figures in our lives, especially our mother, who is our first reference for affection, security, and care. This internalized image remains alive in your unconscious, influencing how you react emotionally. Even if your mother is no longer present in your life, her figure remains active inside you. This is why many adults still feel a mixture of fear, guilt, or desperate need for approval when they think about their mother. It's not necessarily your real mother, it's the image your mind constructed of her. And this difference is fundamental because it shows that the power to change isn't in the past, it's in how you deal with this image today. The mother complex. Carl Jung called this the mother complex, the collection of feelings, memories, and images about our mother. Think of it as an emotional prison with invisible bars. You don't see the prison, but you feel an internal critical voice that repeats judgments and demands, an emotional void that never seems to be filled, a constant need for approval, as if nothing you do is ever enough. The mother complex isn't your imagination, it's a psychic structure formed by repeated experiences during childhood. It's like an old recording that keeps playing in the background of your mind, shaping your choices, your relationships, and even your self-esteem, all based on what was experienced in your relationship with your mother. Life keeps repeating itself with new people, but everything feels familiar because your unconscious decisions lead you to repetition. The waiting trap. Many people believe healing will only happen when their mother changes, when she apologizes, when she finally offers what was missing. But this waiting can last a lifetime and never end because it places your liberation in someone else's hands. True healing begins when you look inward and take responsibility for your own path. This means recognizing that now you are the one who needs to become the source of care, acceptance, and validation that was missing. Positive psychology shows that self-compassion is an essential resource in this journey. You learn to speak to yourself with kindness, to validate your own emotions, to offer yourself what you are waiting for from your mother. This is what many therapists call creating an internal mother, a psychic figure that nurtures, protects, and supports you, and that figure is you. The invisible loyalty. Beyond the tendency to repeat painful experiences, there's a more subtle phenomenon described by psychotherapist Yvonne Bazarmini-Nagy: invisible loyalty. This is an unconscious pact that makes you believe that being happier, more successful, or living with more freedom than your mother is a form of betrayal. This belief can lead to self-sabotage. You refuse opportunities, you diminish yourself, you stay in toxic relationships just to not live better than your mother. It's as if unconsciously you're saying, if she couldn't, I can't either. Recognizing this toxic loyalty is liberating because it allows you to realize that honoring your mother doesn't mean living the same limited way she lived. Honoring your mother is the opposite. It's transforming past pain into fuel for your growth and evolution. Stop right here for a second. If this is describing something you've been living, if you've been unconsciously limiting yourself to stay loyal to your mother's struggles, leave that word free. And subscribe if you haven't. We're breaking down the invisible patterns that keep you stuck. Now let's talk about breaking the cycle. Breaking generational patterns. Every family transmits not just genes, but also emotional patterns, beliefs, and ways of dealing with life. When we repeat these patterns unconsciously, we stay trapped in the same story. But it's possible to authorize yourself to live differently, not by repeating the pain, but by transforming what was painful into consciousness. This isn't rejecting your mother, it's continuing the evolutionary process of the family by escaping the trap of repetition. As systemic psychotherapists say, the greatest gift you can give your parents is to become freer than they were able to be. Breaking patterns means interrupting cycles of silence, violence, lack of affection, or excessive criticism, opening space for a more authentic life. The self-abandonment pattern. One of the most painful effects of certain childhoods is self-abandonment. When a child doesn't receive sufficient emotional care, she learns to silence herself, minimize her own needs, and adapt to avoid losing the bond with her mother. In adult life, this pattern continues. You ignore your emotions, you overload yourself, you treat yourself with the same harshness you received. You repeat with yourself everything they did to you in the beginning of your life. Breaking self-abandonment is an essential step. It means learning to listen to yourself again, recognizing your pain and legitimate needs, taking care of yourself here and now. This movement rebuilds your self-esteem and opens the path to abandon repetition and build healthier relationships with people who will treat you with the dignity you always deserved. What real healing looks like. Healing your relationship with your mother isn't about changing the past. It isn't about waiting for something from her in the present. It's about transforming how you relate to her image inside you today. When you realize the problem is no longer your real mother, but the mark left in your unconscious, a new possibility is born, the possibility of liberation. Practical steps. 1. Recognize the internal voice. That critical voice that tells you you're not enough, that's not your voice, that's her voice, internalized. Start separating what's yours from what's hers. 2. Create your internal mother. Become the nurturing presence you needed. When you're struggling, comfort yourself. When you achieve something, celebrate yourself. Speak to yourself the way she should have spoken to you. 3. Release the invisible loyalty. Give yourself permission to be happier, more successful, more freer than she was. This isn't betrayal, this is evolution. 4. Grieve what wasn't. You needed a mother who could see you, accept you, celebrate you unconditionally. You didn't get that. Grieve it, not to stay stuck in it, but to finally release it. 5. Integrate. Don't reject. Being free isn't denying your mother, it's integrating her, understanding that she was part of your story, but now you can choose how to write the next chapters. The truth about honoring your mother. Honoring your mother doesn't mean living the way she lived. It doesn't mean carrying her limitations. It doesn't mean staying small to stay loyal. Honoring your mother means letting life continue differently through you, more consciously, more lovingly, more authentically. Because healing doesn't begin out there. It begins the moment you decide to become your own source of love, care, and acceptance. You can't change what happened. You can't make her become who you needed her to be, but you can change the internalized image. You can rewrite the internal dialogue. You can break the patterns she couldn't break. And when you do that, you're not abandoning her. You're completing what she couldn't complete. You're healing what she couldn't heal. You're becoming the end of the cycle, not the continuation of it. The power is yours. Your mother, the real one, may never change, may never apologize, may never give you what you needed, and you can heal anyway. Not because it's fair that you have to do this work, because you deserve a life that's not controlled by an internalized image from your past. You deserve relationships where you can be authentic. You deserve to hear a kind voice in your head instead of a critical one. You deserve to know you're enough, not because you achieved something, simply because you exist. That was supposed to be your birthright. That's what the wound stole from you, and that's what healing gives back. The mother inside you can finally become what she never was, accepting, nurturing, unconditionally loving, not by changing her, by changing how you mother yourself. If this helped you see the pattern clearly, share it with someone who's still waiting for their mother to change instead of changing the internalized image. And remember, you'll never heal until you understand this. The problem isn't your mother anymore. It's the version of her you're still carrying. And that version, you have the power to transform.